What's up, players? Hope everyone's doing amazing today. I had some stuff I had on my mind and decided I was going to talk to you today about something I discussed with my little offspring recently. So he was having some diarrhea issues, some bowel issues, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm having some, whatever." And I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't have eaten those, 6 popsicles. And, of course, it's a never ending battle, at least in my experience with children, of eating sugar and junk food and stuff. And actually, he does very well. I've raised him to see, when he eats junk food, he gets sick or feels sick. And when he doesn't, he generally stays very, very well and balanced and in homeostasis. So, the simple lesson was, and this is like into life, right? It was just like a cool, I expand my mind and have, as I'm teaching him, I think what I probably identify most with is being a father. I think even people that have been around me or hang out with me throughout my life, I tend to be that kind of energy where, like, you think I'm like watching you or whatever, in the sense of, like, I don't like to get drunk. I don't like to be out of control. I think there's something about being, having self-control and not just wiling out and being ratchet, as we call it nowadays. And so, yeah, I just take these opportunities, I guess, because it's like simply put to my son, so then it sinks in my brain. And now that I'm doing these videos, I figured I would share it. So what had occurred to me was this: like, we can get pleasure up front and pain late, like soon after or later, or we can suffer through the pain, what we would call pain or struggle, sacrifice, and get the pleasure. So it's like a lot of people that have been married a long time, they say, don't quit. It gets hard at times. You'll never imagine how deep it gets. What love really is working towards something, is not giving up, is caring on a deeper level. It's not that butterfly attraction, I want you so bad feeling that starts out for a lot of us in the beginning. It's later when a lot of that dies out and there's just this comfortability and, like some people would call nowadays, boringness. The excitement is kind of gone, and like, love is sustaining through that. Love is being there when they're sick, when they're, there's a reason that those vows were made up at most marriages that are stated, not, at least were for a long time traditionally, in sickness and health, good times and bad, what we would call hard times. They're not necessarily bad. They're actually what strengthens things if you allow them. And one of the sayings that I was taught was, don't quit before the miracle, don't quit before the reward, don't quit before the good thing. And I think that's why a lot of us don't suffer. We don't have the patience to wait for the reward. So it's like, you go to the gym, it hurts, you're not seeing results, you quit. Rather than, if you keep going and you get through that part, you are stoked when you look in the mirror. You're stoked when you can pick up your lady or pick up that weight, or be able to be well, even well into your older ages, and, still walk and run and do yard work and lift things, So it's like, do you want to eat the chips and watch TV, watch movies, stream things, and then be, shit, crapping yourself and, excuse my language. I've been doing pretty well with that, I think, in these videos. I'm working on not quote unquote cursing. I have certainly been very guilty of that through my life, and I don't find it necessary as part of language to get my point across. So again, something I'm working on. I keep going on these tangents, so I'm working on that too. I'm a work in progress. So it's like this: you can get the pleasure, the quick fix, the clicking the remote, the orgasm, the sleeping around, the new next high that's going to bring the low soon after most of the time. The suffering, the pain, jumping from one man, one woman to the next. It literally is going to bring the suffering. God built this place. God is the whole. God made Satan and Jesus, and made good and bad and dark and light and rain and sun and so on and so on, cold and warm. This is a place of polarity. So without one, we don't know the other. However, when it comes to our life decisions, we can get a way greater experience, a way deeper experience, a way more joyful, sustainable joy and happiness and peace if we choose and embrace the suffering, love the pain, and love the struggle, love the pain, love the struggle, the same way you love the pleasure. And know that if you're struggling, keep going. Don't quit. If you're having a hard time in a relationship, work at it. Love is working at it. Love is not quitting. Love is sacrifice. Love is something way deeper than most of us are willing to do or acknowledge. Certainly in this generation, it's so quick. Everybody's so quick to quit, to divorce, to leave, to run, to just give in and watch pornography or grab, touch yourself or a woman doing whatever. It's, it was so clear to me when I was explaining it to him that you can either keep eating the sweets and be sick soon after, or you can sacrifice the sweets and have a very long, healthy life. Now, I'm not saying to never have the cupcake, to never have the lollipop. It's like, balance. And if we do these things in moderation, in the middle path, in the zero, in the negative, not the negative, I don't know why I keep saying that, in the short and narrow path, in the middle, and not too extreme to one way or the other, where we feel like we're neglecting our lower self completely. We have to learn to love and live with that. However, we also don't want to go too extreme into the lower realm of desire and physical, pleasures of the external. So, go out and take that run and push through that pain and be stoked that you're able to run further and faster than most. Go to the gym, work through that pain, be stoked that you're in shape and strong and muscular and fit. My son and I have been exercising a lot, and the beginning was pain. We were doing yoga when I first started. It's a lot of pain, except I felt the joy from it. It's like the reward doesn't take that long to come. As long as you acknowledge the reward mentally, you just feel better about doing something that is uncomfortable, about doing something that's hard, about doing something that not everybody does, because it's painful, because it's not as easy as sitting on the couch watching TV or eating that brownie or cookie, watching that, those, fornicating images. So, this is just a little, hopefully quick video of, do you want the pleasure up front with the pain later? Or do you want to sacrifice and struggle with amazing joy and reward later? I want the reward later. I don't need it up front necessarily. And the reward then, if you really gain what I'm saying, the reward becomes the pain, becomes the experience in general. And so you're literally no longer seeking that quick fix, that quick pleasure, that jumping to the next one and wondering why you're still miserable all the time, or wondering why you're sick all the time, or you don't need to live like that, So choose the struggle, learn to love it, and realize the struggle's in your mind completely, pretty much most of the time. And that soreness of your muscles, like one of my favorite sayings I've seen on a shirt was, not too long ago, it was like pain is weakness leaving the body. So go through the pain. It feels amazing to feel strong and secure and unmesswithable. And just get out there and do it. Have an amazing day. thelivingmysterychurch.org if you want to chat. thelivingmysterychurch.org. I love having conversations. I'm way better at that than this. And that's it. I love you. You're beautiful. You're doing amazing. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep pushing. And if you're not, and you know it because your soul's screaming at you what I just said, then do better. You can do better. I can do better. We can all rise our vibration, rise up into the heaven. Our job is not to go to heaven later. Our job is to bring heaven here. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our job is to bring heaven here. Be heavenly. Be like Jesus the best you can. Follow his suit. We'll never be on his level. All we can do is ask for forgiveness and keep striving and never give up. Love you guys. Have a great day.